Hey guys, welcome to the Sky Nations developer log for update 0.2, which is coming out next Monday. Um, a bunch of stuff in this update. I'm going to cover like a little bit of it, but not all of it, as we're not quite at next Monday yet, so it's not all quite done. But one of the things I wanted to cover first is that Sky Nations is going to be at the Insomnia 51 Games Festival in Coventry at the Rico Arena. The event runs from the 18th to the 21st of April. It's like a huge LAN festival, but also there's like an exhibition floor, and Sky Nations is going to be in the indie booth there, so if you can come and drop by and say hello to me, probably check out some of the stuff that will be in the next update before it's out, if that happens. So, also the other thing is that the Greenlight for Sky Nations is now at like, we're 70, I think at the time of recording we're at 79th in the actual top 100 now, so we're pretty close to being greenlit. I think the next batch will probably be the 19th, so if you could go vote on that, that'd be great. We might actually make it into the next batch, I think. I think that's quite likely, assuming Valve will allow Sky Nations onto their store, so that should be pretty cool. Anyway, onto the actual features. So one of the huge things in this update is sort of essentially what is upgraded tools. So like, I guess the assumption would be that you'd have like a higher tier tool, but instead the plan is that you have like different ways of mining. So this, like, if I just fly away with this with some admin cheats, you can see that I've just built this like quick ship to show it off. So basically what you have is a new block called mining laser. That's probably a name that's going to change before I release it, but basically it's a lot. You can place it down however you like cannons. If I just give myself some. So if we go over here, we can just drop one down quickly, and you see it just placed down like cannons with faces in the way. It requires 100 power at the moment. That might be rebalanced, it might be changed how it works. So it uses a lot of power, but what it does is it burns through materials. Except from metals and machines, it won't hurt metals and machines, it will just hit them and not pass through them. So what you can do with that is, if you right click the block itself, we get a beam going through. So this sort of leads me on to the next block, is that we've got this laser focuser, and what the focusers do is allow you to multiply the strength of the laser. So if you pass it through multiple ones of these, it becomes stronger and stronger, up to 3 times, so it becomes from 10 damage to 30 damage, both to players and to materials other than metal and machines. So if we, like, and you can tell how strong it is based on the colour, so we go from red, green, and then finally blue, and it'll shoot out there. You can see this like little mining rig has a big array of them and a big array of power to power them, because at 100 energy per second, that's essentially the same amount as a mass generator puts out. So if we turn a couple of those on, we've got enough energy for just one more. See that they're coming out there. Look, I've already been sort of playing about with this, so it's burnt away some of this pillar island, but what we can do is we can, this is actually built on the side of this ship, so if we sort of just push it like that and then get off and go have a look, you see it begins to break the blocks. They'll break just as normal. They'll actually drop the items, unlike when you break something with cannons, which then leads on to how do you efficiently collect something like that, right? Once you've mined it sort of automatically with this sort of system, even though it uses a lot of energy, I think it's a lot more efficient. So if we just just turn these off for a second, because if you pass in front of them, they hurt you to the same amount of damage as they do to the blocks. So what you can see down there is these little pads. If I fly over here, you can see they're on top of crates, and what these do is they suck in items. So just flying here with some advantages. So they'll suck in the items and then place them in the crate under them. So this works in like any situation, not just with the mining lasers. So what we can do is we can put one down here and then put the thing in. As you can see, just pulled it up there. I'll probably be, by the time the update comes out, there'll probably be some kind of a effect to mark it. At the moment it's just a sound effect. So if I just, again, it sucks them up, and then there'll be like a little beam of light or something to show that they're in. It plays a sound effect, as I said. So there they are inside the crate. But what this works really well with is the mining lasers. So here you can see that we've got like a little array of them. They have quite a large range at the moment, the vacuum blocks. So when these break the blocks, if you're relatively close to the side of something, it'll just suck them in. And then if you have a look what I did earlier, as I collected some stuff randomly in them, so we've got some like stones and things like that. Sorry about that, the recording software crashed. Anyway, so they'll collect in this, so you can do a lot of things with this. I mean, you don't necessarily have to have it on the side, or like on any side. What you could do is you could have a like a square, and then you descend onto a thing to mine it, and then you'd get all the bits from in the middle of your ship or anything like that, really. And you can use like metal blocks as a safety barrier for it. So if I just I'll insert a metal block in the way of one, so basically they won't burn through metal and they won't burn through machines. So if I turn this one on, you can see that it stops and it doesn't go on through to the others, and it does no damage to the copper block itself. One of the small changes as well in the next update is that basically I changed the damage texture is a lot less contrasting to like anything else in the game, so it looks a lot nicer now on blocks. You see how I break it. If you remember what the other one was like, it was very like bold and really didn't fit in. Finally, yes, so I've fixed a bunch of bugs. Too numerous probably to go into in a video and really difficult to show, but one of them was the fact that you could sometimes, in like really obscure cases, you could steer a ship and have it move without any power with your thrusters on, and it would just keep it as soon if you press any key it would stop, but if you let it go it would just run without power. So it's essentially an exploit. That's been fixed. A bunch of crashes have been fixed and a couple of mechanical bugs have been fixed. I'm hoping to get Merchant Cat into the next update, so this coming update. I'm not sure if that'll happen. He's like one of the sort of parts I've been working on over several updates, and he's quite complex, and getting it right is like through iteration and trying different things with him has been a big part of what's taking a lot of time with it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope to see you all on the next update. Hopefully we get greenlit. Don't forget to vote if you haven't already. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you'd like to get more updates on Sky Nations as it goes along, just like a little bit ahead of the actual updates. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.